Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com. Z Nation. Z Nation. Where consciousness is queen, love really is the answer. And making a difference is on the menu. Z Nation. Organic beats and inspiring treats. Get your weekly dose of vitamin Z now. This is Z Nation on SoFloRadio.com.
Dreams really do come true. This is Zayna De Gaia, and we're broadcasting from Hollywood, Florida. This is Z Nation on SoFloRadio.com. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Dreams do come true. Today we have Deva Presence in the house. Woo, woo.
What up, what up, what up?
Welcome. We've been dreaming about you being here. It's materialized.
Grateful to be a part of the show.
Because what we focus on expands, and we've been focusing on amazing people that do amazing things in the world. And as we focus on what we want, we attract more of it, and then Deva Presence shows up at the studio. No accidents, though. We created this. We co-created this.
And I think we're totally aligned with that because, yes, I believe strongly that we're the manifestors of our intentions.
Yeah. You're a huge inspiration. We're going to talk a lot more about some of your projects and what you're putting out in the world. As Z Nation, we love to conversate and get to know what people are doing. Because what we focus on expands, and when we focus on the good in the world, the people who are the light workers, the rebels, the outside the box thinkers, the wayseers, when we are present to what's happening, it gives us a whole different context for living on the planet. I think about this this comparison of watching a woman give birth, like a natural birth. And it could be bloody. It could look very painful. It could look like crazy if you're looking at it from one point of view where you have no idea what's going on, like you're an extraterrestrial from another planet and you don't know what it looks like for the miracle of birth to take place. So you're looking at what's happening. You're like, oh my God. And you're freaking out and your heart rate is like pumped and you're just really stressed out and freaking. And on the other side, there's somebody who knows what's happening and they're just sitting peacefully. And they're like, wow. They're like in awe of the miracle of birthing and of life coming through, right? So the context is decisive. And when we live on the planet Earth right now, because, if you have a human body, you've been blessed to have this experience. And if we're here together right now, we have the opportunity to serve and love. And if our context is that, the world is crazy and it's effed up and there's so many bad things going on, and, basically if we're tuned into general media, we will have that context and we'll live our life as if, this is hell on earth. Now, the other side of things, just like when you're watching a woman give birth and you don't know what's going on, you may be freaking out and stressed out and in a vortex of depression. On the other side is knowing what's going on and knowing the big picture of what's happening on the planet, right? Knowing we're going through a shift, and it's actually a very positive shift that's happening on the planet. Just like the miracle of birth can be viewed as like gruesome and crazy and violent, the birth of a new consciousness, of a new humanity, can be seen also as gruesome if we don't know what's happening. And then when we're present to the miracle that's occurring on the planet right now, and we start to tap into all the amazing things that are going on, we really start to tap into the reality is there's so much going on that we may be getting to a tipping point before we even know it. And it may not look like it because maybe you're somewhere in the world where it doesn't look like it, but know that there are people in the world that are doing work, that are coming from their hearts, that came here to serve and have recognized who they are, and they are serving full blown. So this is what this show is about. It's about highlighting what's going on so that we can create a context that empowers us to live on the planet and really see truth for what truth is. So that's like, that's why you're here.
Z Nation talking about the transitions, the chance to amp up ambitions. We freelance and trance and dance with new visions to revamp the mind. It's divine to listen to every word heard that Z is given. For instance now, why don't we just breathe it in? As we're sipping pranayama, hold mula bandha, uddiyana bandha, move into the third chakra. Align your spine with your posture. It's time to find what you're after. Because after all is one step at a time. Time will tell, so tell everyone all is well. Welcome to sublime, the substance we in time come in line with and bind with, integrate the shift. Come on, Z Nation, let's make the shift. Shift gears to fifth and lift your life to this.
Yes.
Sincerely, you bring my life to bliss. Do this or not, I love you regardless.
Regardless.
Wow. Do this or not, we love you regardless.
Wow.
How do you do that? It's like, have you been doing that since you're a kid? You just bust out them rhymes?
It's been I would say a meditation for a long time.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's something that I love to explore and to express because it's like it's another way of getting a point across that's fun and invigorating, and like people can remember the rhyme. And if they remember the rhyme, they remember the message.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of.
So did you write poetry as a kid?
I started as a very young little kid and
writing
maybe
poetry?
4 or 5.
Wow.
Not poetry per se. I was actually really into rap and really into this music, and it inspired me. It was only maybe 10 years ago that I really downloaded the idea of like, whoa, I can make this conscious. It doesn't have to be what we hear out there. And I became like a fix to create this mission to get conscious music that's cool and that has like a vibe to it out there that people can enjoy, but it has some context to it. Like, oh, wait a second, what is this guy talking about? Let me go deeper with this.
Yeah, I think it's ripe. Your music is the world is ripe for your music, and we're gonna play some of it today. I love what you've put out there, Deva. I think it's what I talk about all the time about conscious music. This is what we want more of because we love to dance and we love to sing and we love to celebrate and we want to sing and dance to some conscious beats, you know?
I just, I feel in a way that, you can sing as many Hare Krishnas as you want, but you have to say it in different languages. And it's not just the language that we think these symbols, it's in music. Like, let's impact the music. Like I was telling Z, like, let's make sensual but conscious, like salsa music. Because I do love my Hispanic culture, but how can we do that? And you're doing that. And hip hop and all that game right now is big too. But we can make it in a direction that's better. And
that's totally like you mentioned mantra, and that's kind of how I feel about my music. I treat it as mantra.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Little kids, they listen to what you're saying and they're repeating it
like
over
mantras.
and over and over again, and if they're repeating something that's not necessarily serving them, then what's the point?
My God. Dave, I was on the train coming back from Vipassana. I won't forget this. There was this cute little girl and she was sitting behind me and she kept singing, big booty, yeah, I got a big booty. And she knew all the words to that song. And it was like, she must have been 5, But like I hear you, and they do repeat it. And the songs that are out there right now are mantras. Yes. You watch the young generation, and they are like, they know all the lyrics, like I did. I grew up to death row, writing down Dr. Dre's songs, and
same here.
somehow I came out okay. And that's and it's an interesting thing. I'd love to talk a little bit about teens a little bit because it's something that's really close to my heart. But yeah, teenagers today are, definitely a different breed than I was when I was a teen. Wow, I'm 35 now. So it's like 17 years now. You too?
Fabulous.
Woo-hoo! I love the 30s. Everything is so good and juicy. But yeah, so they really take these songs like to heart, and they sing them over and over and over again.
One of the songs that I wrote is Sex. And specifically, I wrote that for teens because I remember at that age in my teen years, like I started becoming a fixed and almost like I thinking what love is more like an infatuation, you know. And they chant these songs. That I learned was like, if you leave me, I'll die. Or like the kind of music.
Can't live without you.
Can't live without you. Please don't leave me.
My first breakup was Adele, or the whole album, all the way. Oh my god.
Mine was like Jodeci and Voice of Men.
Mary J. Blige got me through the day.
Word.
Year after year after year. No more tears.
Yeah, so it actually really like preaches a very strong victim mentality about our relationships and how we go about engaging. And so I wanted to put something forth that people can listen to that's really about unification and like divine connection and feeling that synergistic energy between two human beings and seeing it as beautiful, seeing that exchange of energy is something that we all do and that we all should love and not necessarily create these contrasts of like, well, this energy is bad and this one is good and what have you. And then just feel the love, be really in the love vibration.
Yeah. And then really educating our youth, around, it's unlearning.
Yes.
Because we've all been, conditioned and in so many ways that, our parents don't even realize they were doing it by, playing the music they've played and watching the shows we've watched and just watching our parents operate in a relationship. And there's so much unlearning that I've been having in my own life, and what there is to do is to really, what we're doing, we're being the change, we're being the transformation we want to see in the world. And I'm around a lot of teenagers. I spend a lot of my time with young people. And I'm very clear that teens of today are they're waiting for their guru. Mm-hmm. They're just like, they're so hungry and they're so thirsty for wisdom. You speak truth to them, they will like, their Godhead, their big self will show up very quickly. Yes. And respond.
And to be able to be a teacher through music, I think is very powerful because the influence is so deep.
Yeah.
Because they're singing it with passion and with their heart. It's not just some intellectual information they're receiving in their mind. They're like singing that song. Like I remember Blackstreet's song, if you take your love away from me, I'll go crazy.
Right.
I'll go insane. Right?
Oh
that was
my God, I
used to sing that with passion,
Yes.
like really strong, heartfelt emotions.
Wow.
Oh
So
God,
imagine like singing something that's like positive and has a beautiful message about love and about connecting, that is victimized, but more like, I love you regardless, whether you're with me or not. This love is full and it's from me and it can't be taken away.
Give up those intentions.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning. Just my only intention is, like Z says, is to be responsible of myself and how I feel and how I say it.
Yeah, and that's the unlearning, is because we've watched our parents. They point the fingers at each other, they yell at each other, they make each other wrong, they make their happiness about the other person, and we've learned there's another way. There's another way to live. I'm putting together a workshop at the Bagua Center. And that's what it's about. It's about relationships, and it's called the top 3 reasons that women are unhappy in relationships, and and how to come out of that and move into the new paradigm, the new shift of how to be in love, how to be in relationship.
We're taking a similar angle. It's we're doing the Mayan calendar Day Out of Time is this Saturday on the 25th.
Oh wow! Okay, what does that mean?
Well, it's during the calendar has dates that actually apply, and then there's a particular day that doesn't apply, so to speak.
So it's a day out of the calendar.
Yeah, exactly. They call it the Day at a Time, and so we're going to create ceremony and ritual and meditation And there'll be some...
Wait, is this your workshop this Saturday?
Yeah.
At the Standard?
Yeah.
Standard Spa in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Exactly.
Wait, so you're doing this with Paloma Davy?
Correct.
Okay, tell us more.
So we'll be doing the music that you'll hear today, and we'll also be chanting mantra and just bringing people completely out of their minds and deep into their heart center and their bodies, and allowing them to feel free in movement and in the meditation and in the mantra, so that they can experience the expansion from that. We'll also do some very unique blindfolded tantric practices.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
This is serious, you guys. I mean, this is awesome. You guys are doing it at the Standard. I feel like there's two celebrities putting on something this weekend. It's like going to Mary J. Blige and Method Man's workshop.
Oh
but
my
they're like the conscious
God.
version. Not that Mary J. isn't conscious. I don't know. I don't want to judge. But
She opened the door.
she did.
She opened the door.
Yeah. And she's been coming out. I've actually been to a Mary J. Blige concert, and I'll tell you, between each song, every word that comes out of that woman's mouth is inspirational and conscious.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so there is some inspiration, consciousness going on in the pop world. So listen, I would love to play a song. Let's sprinkle them out. Can we play I Intend?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This track was created with obviously very powerful intention. I've been doing a practice every morning for the last 10 years where I speak my gratitude and I set my intention for life, my intention for that present day and that present moment. I say it in the positive and in the affirmative.
Oh my God, I want to hear what that is in a sec, okay?
You're going to hear it right now.
Oh, good.
Streams of wisdom beseech me. Negative notes secrete ions that reach me to what I intend. The God presence that I am. Whole universe aligns, unearth what's in the divine plan. I intend. Dreams awake and the means to embrace my faith. Based on that which I create, I intend inescapable ascension, void of doubt and loss of false pretension. When I intend, no more knocking either nicks to nay, we just say I am that and attract, my friend. I intend. Freedom of living is a given as mental constructs erupt into a one world vision. I intend. High frequencies of love possess me, obsessed in my true conquest. Yes, I intend. Forbidden fruits fills fields that deliver and reveal the raw deal of belligerent men. I intend. Break for fascism, fastened on foreclosed homes, now revived by geodesic dome. I intend. Rose price to weight in fool's gold, sold out. Now I'm all out of stories to be told. I intend. Never enrolled into victimhood, got evicted from that house of shoulda, woulda, coulda. I intend. From beginning to the end, rock the paradox box and unlock all of what I intend.
Oh man.
Wow.
I think I just had an orgasm.
Oh my God. Are the mics on?
I hope it was intentional.
That's for the next song. I think there's one called SEX. We're going to get to that right after this break. You guys, please check out our sponsors. Thank you so much for supporting Z Nation. Listen, we have a donate button on ZNationRadio.com. That's so we can keep this going. If you feel so inspired to donate $1 or $1 million, we will receive from $1
$1 million, please,
to infinity. So right after these amazing sponsor messages, we'll be back with some more beats from Deva Presence.
All right.
And right here on SoFloRadio.com.
Tune in to get tuned in. This is Z Nation on SoFloRadio.com.
Oh my, is this for real? A yoga camp for teens? Join us this summer at I Love Yoga. Tweens ages 7 to 12, August 3rd through the 5th. Teens ages 13 through 17, August 10th through the 12th. Drop your teenagers off at I Love Yoga Studio at 9 a.m. pick them up at 3 p.m. If you're interested, please register your team at iloveyogastudio.com. Namaste.
Hi, this is Zayna De Gaia, and I'd love to share with you about my good friend Nicole of Legit Fitness in-home training and yoga. She's a certified yoga teacher, and she's an amazing and experienced trainer that can design a program to fit your specific needs and goals. She's so cool. She's super committed to making fitness and health fun and accessible for everyone. Plus, your first week is free as a new client. Here's how you set up your first session. Either call 305-335-5590 or visit www.getlegitfit.com. GETLEGITFIT. Getlegitfit.com. 305-335-5590. Do it now!
Add a twist of yoga.
Yoga Twist with Julie.
A great way to integrate yoga, meditation, and lots of fun.
Promote family bonding. Help with flexibility and exercise.
Julie has been teaching kids for over 8 years in after-school programs, summer camps, and local studios.
Book a group, family, or one-on-one session now. Email me, yogatwistjulie@gmail.com.
Follow Yoga Twist Julie on Instagram and like Yoga Twist on Facebook for great family lifestyle tips and Yoga Twist events.
Now, back to Z Nation, your weekly dose of inspiration on SoFloRadio.com.
All right. Synergistic energy exchange. That's SEX, y'all. So let's all rearrange the thoughts in our minds and the patterns that we conceal. Let us reveal how we truly feel. Cause it is real, yeah. Listen up, y'all, hear me out. Get me on a beat that's so slapstick. Accents on each and every kick, that's it. So I can bring you on a journey of life. Revisiting the moments known to bring out the light. We got a big subject, most of you would reject. The subtle energy nullified with neglect. A rebuttal to this natural state is what is actually activating every part of that which you hate. But actually that could be great if you could reconnect and synergize of everything that we separate. Break loose of the taboos and take off your shoes. Be a conduit to earth as you absorb the hues of the sun's anatomical energy in exchange to and fro and ever-growing genesis in every grain. This is sex, y'all, with what brings life to all. The synergy of energy creating what you call
synergy between us. Can you feel the energy align us? For it reminds us why we came. Cause it's that synergistic energy exchange. Synergy between us. Can you feel the energy align us? For it reminds us why we came. Cause it's that synergistic energy exchange.
I invite you to explore the place within you so long ignored. No hidden agendas, no report to represent the epicenter. Now present within your soul that you adore. Me and more is love, and love suits you. Whether it's sex or synergy, it all points to intercourse within your inner source that was sustained on a physical plane. My inhibitions are becoming interchanged as we move from neglect to accept. Possibilities become our very dialect. Dropping our need to project or interject. We allow our source to flow and furthermore interconnect with penetration. And yes, I use that word explicitly to take you to a place that can't escape, but we implicitly retrofit it, forget it, and give it no apology. Quantum physics is where it exhibits the anomaly. Penetrate the very substrate, and you will find that sex is just a synergy akin to the divine, connecting you to energies akin to your own kind. Just let the synchronicities begin to intertwine, and you will find
synergy between us. Can you feel the energy align us? For it reminds us why we came. Cause it's that synergistic energy exchange. Synergy between us. Can you feel the energy align us? For it reminds us why we came. Cause it's that synergistic energy exchange.
Tell me something, love, as I address this to you. Pursuing the proposition pertaining to your view. Reviewing the opposition in mind is minuscule. Assuming the proper missions that bid their mind do. And allow you to synergize with me without condition. And freely connect to inner chi and inner wisdom. And experience sex that guides our very intuition. To create an effect, align and deepen our intention. I intend that love extends beyond belief. And find that sex amends beyond the sheets. Embrace the thoughts that cleanse as time has ceased. The space I'm offering gives more than heat. Cause I receive believe when you receive this warming synergy. Let's agree that you and me are moving energy. Let it be, and you will see that this is unity. You and me become as one, how sex was meant to be.
Yes.
Between us, can you feel the energy align us?
Rewiring our brains with music, reminding us of our true self. We're back with Deva Presence in the hizzy. This is so awesome. No, Deva, you are the one we've been waiting for. Thank you. So this song is called SEX, Synergistic Energy Exchange. Tell us more. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about...
Yeah, this is a concept that I learned actually from a book that really inspired me and changed my life from Neil Donald Walsh. He wrote a series of Speaking with God called Conversations with God. And this was, when I heard about this, it just blew me away. And it
he talks about that in the book?
He talks about synergistic energy exchange,
Is that not in the first one?
It's in book 2, I think, or book 3. Yeah.
Cool.
And it just lit me up. And it was through his books actually that began to inspire, I can write music about this. I can just do some flows on this and really ground in for me, actually. I can ground into the concept for myself. And it was through that I started to get inspired to write more and more music that had these concepts that I can then share with others. Yeah.
So I'm curious to know, musically, what are your influences?
My influences,
inspirations.
My inspirations and influences have been quite broad, and I would say for the most part, coming from Jamaica, I'm originally from Jamaica.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Awesome.
Yeah, when I go to Jamaica, I become from Jamaica.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm a native man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I obviously have a really strong love for reggae music, and it was really the feeling, the thing that I enjoyed about music and its inspirations was the feeling it brought me. The words kind of came second. It was the feeling, and I just felt so alive as a young man with 2 left feet trying to dance and trying to sing. And just learned that it's
Did you have
the
2
feeling I
left
want to
feet?
give.
That's how you felt when you were a kid?
No, I couldn't dance. But as I got older, I really got into it, and it became a part of this dance group, and then I got into a music group, and we were doing singing, and we started doing rapping, and then I was doing all these shows all throughout Florida, and just loved it.
Yeah.
I just loved it with a huge passion.
Yeah.
That I can be on stage and I can just share this feeling of just being in the moment, being in the music, and feeling as alive as I can ever feel. So amazing. And it was through that I got inspired to share with others in the way that I do.
You do seem to have a vast influence. I could feel your music, with the reggae influence, but there's more. There's
definitely reggae. There's definitely hip hop. I definitely love. As a child, I had much more of a broad spectrum of music I listened to. I love country music, and I love rock, and I love pop, and I love so many things. As I got older, in this day and age now, I love world music. I love instrumentation that is unique from India and from Southeast Asia and and Australia. I love these various sounds, and so you hear a lot of that in the music, the didgeridoo and the hung drum.
You have didgeridoo and hung drums in your music?
Yeah,
Wow.
And tabla.
Yeah.
Tabla playing and. An African instrumentation and a variety of things, in the heartbeat track, for example. In the heartbeat track, for example, I was wanting to I merged 3 different genres into one. So it moves from, or more than that actually, it moves from this very tribal African sound into this funk, kind of hip hop funk, kind of soul sound, and then it goes right into this hardcore rock, full, rich sound.
Yeah.
To give people hey, look, the genres are amazing in their own right, but what about the feeling? Can you feel it? Exactly. Can you feel it from your heart? What this music is portraying?
That's amazing. So this is your first album that you completed and put out?
This is my first solo album.
Yes.
Originally, like I was saying, in high school, I was with a group called Urban Knots. and we were like an underground hip hop group, and I did reggae and hip hop with the group.
Wow.
And that was for many years. And then I stopped for a while, and then got re-inspired when I met some friends when I moved to Miami, when we made a group called Soul Temple.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so with Soul Temple was a group, and we came up with another album. And then as that group began to change and shift, I decided to create my own.
You did your solo.
I did a solo album, yeah.
And then Paloma Davy went and did her solo.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and then we still intertwine.
Yeah, of
every now
course.
and then and do music together.
That's awesome. So do you have another album in the works, or right now you're
At the moment,
you're in it?
At the moment, I have a very huge intention to it does what I've learned is that it takes major amount of focus and commitment to even get the information to the hands of those who want to listen, you know. So I would love to like make 20 albums
Because you could just keep going, but you've
keep
got
going.
one, and you also have a book.
Yes.
Oh
yeah,
my
I
God.
have this book as well that was 4 years of really, really hard work. Maybe 2 years of really hard work, 4 years of having fun, where I would travel the world. And through traveling the world, I got inspired musically. And so some of the songs were written while I was traveling. And also through traveling the world, I expanded and transformed, you know, and I wanted to share that experience. So this is a memoir of me, exploring in a non-touristic fashion, you know. So I was going to host retreats. I host retreats in India, and I was taking workshops in Thailand and workshops and expanding my learning in Australia, and doing retreats in Colombia, and going to festivals and performing at Bali Spirit Fest and Envision. And
So rich.
yeah, it was a very rich experience, and I'm expressing like through my eyes like what I saw, what I feel like can help, you know, heal the world, and what we can do as a humanity to come together. And
Sorry, I think when
Be
people
connected.
say "heal the world" on the show, we should just put Michael Jackson's song on. You know, whenever "Heal the World" comes on,
Make it a
you go
better place.
"Heal the world." It just goes off in my head. I feel people say that on the show often. We're gonna heal the world. I just want to read what's on the back of the book. It says, "You are about to embark on a transformational experience with a human being harnessing the power of humanity." You have a really great way with words. Let us set our intentions and infuse them with gratitude. Let us reap the rewards of feeling joyous, knowing that all will manifest. The seeds we sow are actions speaking to that truth. In our efforts to allow things to unfold in divine perfection, I should have just wrapped this. We shall grow together to a higher consciousness. So that's the reap, sow, and grow title of the book.
I reap what I sow and grow in the process. Yes.
Wow. Well, Dave, I just want to acknowledge you, because it does, you know, people have ideas, you know, a million a minute, and to actually take an idea and realize it into physical form, into a book, into a CD, the amount of, I know, hours, time, energy, and resources it takes. I just, and then, you know, you just have a book and you're like, here, have my book, you know, but behind this book is a lot of sweat, a lot of hours, a lot of all-nighters, or whatever it takes for you to get this done. So I really acknowledge you for getting a product out into the world that is not only like this is your life, this is you.
Yeah.
This
it's
is
like
raw.
having a baby.
Yeah.
Full on having a newborn child.
Yeah.
And
I acknowledge you, because this is amazing. And now you have like these amazing two things that people can really it makes a difference to read your book, and it's transformational. And same thing with your music. Your music is very inspiring, and it does transform. It like shifts something in our hearts.
The way that I had this very strong, obviously, desire to actualize it is because I can only be so many places at so many times, hosting so many workshops and classes, you know? And I thought, if I create a book and some music about it, that can just go anywhere,
live
everywhere,
on.
and live on completely. And I can really reach, you know, much more than what my words can say. So
yeah. And this is the kind of book that's like, you know, you can do collaborations and get a book done very quickly, you know, but to write something that is all you, it's so raw and it's so real. Like I really acknowledge your generosity.
all of the music, words, and lyrics are actually in the book.
I noticed that. I
they're-
opened it.
Yeah, they're interexchanged in between. There's definitely some very
Like the songs are used to express and explain different things.
Yeah,
In the
exactly.
various.
inside the book. There's also a lot of juiciness in the book on my tantric explorations around the world.
Tantric exploration.
That's so crazy because I'm like slowly learning about chakras and the energies and all that, and so it's like I'm like it's going towards that certain direction. So a lot of like I don't want to say clues, but like synchronicities are happening for me. So it's
Pointing
like,
you in the direction of tantric.
Yeah, it's crazy because when I was younger, like in high school, I learned about that, and I didn't. But I was like, it was so commercial, and I was like, I think it's deeper than what people think it is,
Yeah.
And so now
people have an idea when they hear the word, and they're thinking like Kama Sutra or something.
Yeah, and I'm
Right.
It's
like,
really a lot about self-love. It has a
Exactly.
tremendous amount to do with like how deeply can I love myself enough to where when I am uniting with someone else, whether it be physical or just friendship, it's full, like I'm giving you all this love because I love myself so much, I'm able to share that.
Word.
And like that's what I learned on this journey. There's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of pitfalls and like craziness and gratefulness that comes out of it because of my, genuine desire to expand.
Wow, it's like the mirrors of others is really what allows us to see the extent at which we do or don't love ourselves fully.
Definitely.
It's like, because if you're by yourself in a room, it's like you can't really see it, But in the mirror of others, it's very clear when we get triggered or, we are annoyed by something that somebody does, that it's something within us that we just haven't fallen in love with yet, with our own shadows and our own ugly stuff. Or so-called ugly stuff.
Exactly, because it's all beautiful.
It is. It's the same thing as like failing. I've been on this journey of like how much can I fail, but it's all in the context of like failing is powerful, and inside of failing, I can learn. So failing or any of those negative words, and in a context that empowers us, where it can all be really good for us.
It's another opportunity to expand,
Yeah.
to learn and grow.
Yeah.
There's no failure.
No failures. So let's talk about tantric sex.
It seems like it's going there. So why not?
I think
Absolutely.
what would be powerful is just to share your experience of what it is, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions.
Yeah.
Especially when people hear tantric, just in general, they think it's all about sex and free sex, and I know there's a lot more to that, and I know you're deep in the trenches.
Yes, and initially when I first got into it, I had that idea too, like, oh, I'm gonna get into tantra,
Fun.
and then give girls like 20 orgasms. Awesome, it's gonna be amazing.
It wasn't like
I'm gonna
that.
be this like awesome, performing guru god, or whatever it was I had in my mind back then. And then when I got into it, whoa, like I just got slapped around with, this has nothing to do with that. I mean, of course, that is a result, but that's not the goal. That's the result is, if you're allowing that person to be in their full ecstatic bliss, they're the ones that create it. I'm just here to witness, and so the experience kind of unfolds on its own. And what I've also learned is that the more deeper you get into it, the more you get out of that need to perform. This idea, I need to make this happen for her, or I need him to feel this particular way, so I have to do this or that. It's not about that. It's really about loving yourself and just showing up authentically. How authentic can I be?
Keyword today, authentic.
How authentic can I be in this experience that is uniting us, that is allowing us to share in a very heartfelt and sensual and orgasmic kind of way? How can I honor this, right? Rather than make it a sport sensation, where it's like, oh, we're trying to accomplish something. Yeah, let's get there. Oh, we're gonna go to the end. Yeah.
Who's gonna make it first?
Yes.
Wait for me. I'm coming. Wow, the context is decisive. So it just creates a whole different context around lovemaking and being with one another.
Absolutely. I think it helps create a whole new vibration in relationships for those who've been together for a long time, or even those who are brand new. And it helps expand the spectrum around sensuality and sexuality. It's not just about plugging in, so to speak, and saying, okay, let's get down to, this particular act. It's really about expanding it. Well, what else can we do? How else can we be in our love expression that doesn't necessarily have to do with specifically intercourse?
So I have a question. A lot of the times people want to, get that deep with each other, but this whole issue on time, like, what would be a suggestion for you, like how to get those intimate moments without, on a short amount of time?
I would say,
or whatever. I'm just, I'm keeping.
We only have a few minutes.
Yeah, the quickie idea.
And
down right now.
And sex is not just, like you said, the physical aspect. Like, what are maybe some other things?
Yeah,
like,
there's nothing wrong with, like, hey, let's get down. This is fun, and then you gotta go. But however, it's for me, it's like a meditation. You don't want to rush meditation, right? You want to be in that deep-seated space of peace and tranquility. And so if we can bring that into our sexual experience, I think it will really heighten it, actually, and make it powerful.
Like, you wake up and, like, the garbage is thrown out. That's like, I appreciate that now. You know what I mean? It's like, thank you. And I think maybe it's like building it up, like, you don't have to just wait till that moment to only get intimate. Like, you can do other things, and creating what intimacy is now. It's like a whole new thing. For me, when I was younger, I had one idea. Now I'm like, wow, it's just like someone like being like genuine, authentic. So, wow.
It does build up. I wrote you a song. I want to sing it before we run out of time.
Aw. Let's hear it. Let's rock it.
I'm a little nervous because I rap to everybody, but I've never rapped to a professional rapper.
All right. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, and...
Yeah. To Cal. We can all get... No, let me start over. Come on.
Let's do it, girl. Come on. Yeah.
We can all get together if we want. Now get a big piece of the love if we want. Deva Presence in the house, he's breaking it down now. A consciousness still beats and flow now. He's bringing it, he's rocking it, he's spelling it out. For the people in abundance, reap, sow, and grow. That's how he rolls every day. He's leading the way with his love and his beauty and his beats, yo.
Deva, I'm not here to save ya. An intuitive mystic with a holistic flavor. You can hold on to what it is you savor. Yet the minute you get in it, it begins to tase ya. Take for example when you're washing the dishes, watching your thoughts pass fast, wishing you're watching the maid wash. Lost in the blank gaze, can't see the way. The water bathes your skin, stop and go within. See every moment as a glorious place to praise. Let the task have you gasp and amazed. You cannot find the beat and the rhythm and the rhyme. I'm like so lost.
Freestyling. You're just jumping. You're jumping off the diving board. That's what freestyling feels like to me. Like I'm just at the edge all the time. So let's play one more song from Deva. What song we got queued up, Sunset?
We can do Heartbeat.
Yes. Heartbeat. You were speaking a little bit about Heartbeat.
Yeah.
What inspired you to write that?
I have a deep connection with the earth and Mother Nature, and I'm wanting more people to feel that heartfelt connection. So take off your shoes.
There's a heartbeat here
and get into the earth.
Take off your shoes now.
Let your heartbeat sink with the waves. That's the way that you heal it. There's a heartbeat here in the center of the earth. Can you feel it? Let your heartbeat sink with the waves. That's the way that you heal it. There's a heartbeat here, revealed and revered by the tribe. A testament to why they are clear. Nothing interferes with the center of the sphere till their heartbeat rippling beyond the biosphere. Down into the soil, grime in their feet. The sole of the foot seeps deep in the peat. They know that the loam is a myelin sheath where their heartbeat travels like the current in the creek. Real deep talk, walk the talk. Little did they know no shoes make a mark. Plant the roots of the truth you embark. The symbiotic proof lets you know you're a part of the heartbeat here in the center of the earth. Can you feel it? Cause I can feel it. Let your heartbeat sync with the waves. That's the way that you feel it. I can heal it. There's a heartbeat here in the center of the earth. Can you hear it? I can feel it. Let your heartbeat sync with the waves. That's the way that you heal it. From the start, there's a stepping stone, a step above the rest. Steady moving to conclusions, multitudinous at best. Best believe baby steps were given in adolescence. Added up to see there's more or less something to address. I suggest that the metronome in life is not the quest, just a guide to the vision and rhythm we manifest. Heartbeat, rhythm, divine intervention to spark the ascension and align the intention. Rhyme over reason, you paying enough attention? Are you meant to be a part of this complex system? Let the septic of thoughts get clear and move into your chest. Let the mind rest. Feel it in the heartbeat here in the center of the earth. Can you feel it?
I can feel it. Let your heartbeat sing with the waves. That's the way that you heal it. I can heal it. There's a heartbeat here in the center of the earth. Can you feel it? Let your heartbeat sing with the waves. That's the way that you heal it. I can heal it. There's a heartbeat here in the center of the earth. Can you feel it? Oh. Let your heartbeat sing with the waves. That's the way that you heal it. There's a heartbeat here in the center of the earth. Can you feel it?
Wow. Wow, my heart is like, woo! Deva, you're awesome. You're awesome. So you're going to Europe? You're out of here? You're going to go do some stuff over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna be traveling. I'm not traveling nearly as much as when I was in the book. In the book, I was like 6 months traveling and writing, and just writing while I was there. So when you're reading the book, it's like you're reading as if like you're there. And that was my intention, like here I am in the jungles and I'm doing this, And
did you journal the whole time?
Yeah, the whole time. So what you're reading is like that present moment experience. Rather than like years later, I'm like writing about it. It's like I'm writing,
as you go
while it's happening. Yeah, that's
amazing. And so what are you going to do in Europe?
So in Europe, there's a variety of things that I'm going to participate in. Of course, I'm a yogi. I'm into yoga, and there's a big yoga festival with a few thousand people in France. It's a Kundalini yoga festival.
Yeah, the 3HO.
Yeah, 3HO.
Summer solstice, yeah.
Not solstice. That's here in America. This is just a European 3HO festival.
Oh.
Which is in August.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they're going to be thousands of people all in white doing white tantra, which is like full on meditation. I'm sure you've done it before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, I'm heading to Greece. I'm going to be participating in a retreat, a 2-week retreat on the island of Paros and at a Tao center in learning about massage, sensual massage. And after that, lovely experience being on the beaches and the divine island of Greece.
And being trained in sensual massage, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that's another part of the whole experience is like you're learning to face your vulnerabilities and get beyond them. Get beyond appearance, get beyond like, what do I think about myself? What do they think about me?
Yeah.
So you go through it, there's that part of it. But then there's a beautiful other side of it where it's like, I accept myself.
Freedom is on the other side.
Exactly.
To be, to feel, to just say and be who you are.
Yes, be who you are.
So before you go, you're gonna how can people find out more about this workshop Saturday at the Standard with Paloma Devi? How do they sign up for it?
Yes, you can find out through the Standard's website.
The Standard Spa?
Yeah, the Standard Spa, Miami Beach. There's one in New York, so of course, 94 Miami Beach. they have their workshops listed. It's 8 p.m. on the 25th.
Hey, this is also like it's a workshop, but then they can use the spa after, right?
That's correct.
So it's a 2-in-1.
It includes the spa. Which
So
we'll
man,
all go to the
everybody
spa
can,
afterwards.
everybody needs a little spa time and a little Deva Presence and Paloma Devi time. Wow, that's amazing. So this Saturday at 8.
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool. And Deva, how can they get your music? How they can find out more about you? And also, like, I would, just want to follow you because I want to know everything you're doing. How do we do that?
Yeah, I have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, website. Just look up Deva, Deva Presence, and it will definitely pop up on Facebook or Instagram. DevaPresence.com is my website, or reapsogrow.org.
Awesome. So reapsogrow.com. I think I also went to devapresence.com. They all go to the same place.
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And then from there, we can connect with you via any social media we choose and be in your world because your world is really fascinating.
Yeah, I'm always sharing inspirational memes and quotes that I'm creating, and just looking to, get people to feel good about themselves and about life and what we can create.
Yeah, you're living the dream. It is, you're living your passions and sharing your gifts, and also your impact in the world is huge. So thank you for being that. And you inspire people just by being. You just walk on the street and you're like, who is that guy? I want his swag.
I love and appreciate you and what you're saying. And I feel, and a part of me knows that I could be doing so much more, and that's that motivation that I have behind me where it's like, just keep going, just keep getting out there and making a difference. And I know you're a part of that. Like, you do so much, and here you are now with a radio show, which is beautiful.
Isn't this cool?
Yeah,
I love this.
Cool.
This brings everything together for me because I love what everybody's doing. So it's just a place for us all to like bring each other up and out there in the world. So this is my show, but it's our show. It is. It's everybody's show. It's an opportunity for us all to use it to get the message out into the world, and really create that shift that we're all creating together. We're all playing the same game, birthing a new consciousness and then spreading the light. So with that said, Deva, thank you. Thank you for just being here, being you.
Had to be here because you are divine love, loved by divine beings. For the time being, maybe you can see what I'm seeing. Someone aligned and not defined by what their signs reading. Let it retrograde and fade as we adjust our mind's meaning. And what does it mean to me? It's an opportunity for you to express what life possesses while living life in unity. For you to express what life possesses while living life in unity. So let's express our lives.
Let me try this like you do. I'm going to say what I need to say, but I'm going to do it with a beat too.
Yeah.
If I just go for it, maybe I will fall. Sometimes it won't rhyme, but I don't care at all because I've got a message and it's coming from my heart. Just like you, yo, I got to play my part because Deva Presence is inspiring me to rap. I didn't know I had it in me till he told me play your part. He sees my light and I see yours. Through his mirror, I get that I'm the bomb too. It's so like nerve-wracking and I love it. Thank you. So let's bring it down. Let's bring it in. So if you're in a place right now where you can sit, please sit or stand so your spine is straight. And if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, please close your eyes. Let us be together. Take a deep breath in. Explore the silence, the stillness. There are no words that can provide the download that's provided when we quiet down. There is a heartbeat in the center of the earth. Can you hear it? There's a heartbeat in the center of your heart. Can you feel it?
And his thoughts wander. Just let them be. Heartbeat slow. Serenity. Breathe in ease. And let it go. Give in to thee. Gurudev Namo. In present state of awareness. Open the gates and prepare this. Infinite soul to remember. Let it unfold and surrender.
May we be happy. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May all my actions, my words, my thoughts contribute to happiness, freedom for all. Thank you. We love you. We want you to know that we know that you're the bomb.com. You inspire, you're bright, and you're loved. Thanks for tuning in. This is Zayna De Gaia, Z Nation, and we're out. Peace.
Peace and love.
From the heart of downtown Hollywood, this is SoFloRadio.com.